Diana Taurasi said reality was coming, and this is exactly what Caitlin Clark has done since she said those words. I don't know if you call it hating or not. I don't personally think Taurasi was hating. I think she was being objective, or as much as she could be, but I don't think she realized how good Caitlin literally is as a player. We're talking about arguably one of the greatest scorers in college basketball to ever enter into the WNBA, and right now she's being compared to some of the greatest players to ever play the game. And that speaks volumes amongst her greatness. So let's take a look at some of the things that she's done since Taurasi said reality was coming, and the fact that Caitlin only looked superhuman against 18-year-olds. Since Taurasi said those comments, Caitlin Clark has put herself in some serious conversation amongst WNBA players. Here we have two of the MVP candidates in Nafisa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx. Super underrated, and she needs way more attention and publicity. We also have Breanna Stewart, who's arguably, she's already won an MVP. She's accomplished. She's accomplished as it is. But right now, they rank as the only three WNBA players to be ranked in the top 20 points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, and blocks per game. That's all 5 statistical categories. I mean, that's obviously impressive, and it's 1 of 3. I think Fee needs to get more MVP candidacy and more love for that regard. But the fact that Clark is doing this as a rookie, man. I mean, what are y'all gonna do when she gets older? That's my biggest question. I mean, again, and since we can just look at the game since she started her rookie campaign, she's had 8 games of 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists by a rookie. All other rookies combined in 2020 have 7. I mean, I'm going to let that speak for itself. I mean, and additionally, Caitlin became the fastest player in WNBA history. 300 points, 100 rebounds, 100 plus assists. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And speaking of assists, we're going to get into that just in a quick second. And she's already in the All-Star voting. I mean, there's what more can you want from her? I mean, people are nitpicking at her game with the turnovers, and yeah, she'll get better at the turnovers. And if you need me to do a turnover video, I'll do that too. But it's like, come on, y'all. Let's look into her passing. So this season, she has some of the most assists at the rim. In fact, she's number 1. She's ranked number 1. We have, I mean, she's up there with some dimers. Sabrina Ionescu, Arike Ogunbowale. Again, I don't know why she's not on the Olympic team. Alyssa Thomas, Caitlin Clark. She ranks at number 1 at most assists at the rim. Just peep this. So some of these are great assists. I mean, this is a full court dime to Katie Lou Samuelson. This is money. This is just straight money. Good pass. This is in the Chicago game. Aaliyah Boston, good play. She's getting to the rim, which people say she never does. Straight to Aaliyah Boston. I mean, again, and then there's another dime to Alyssa Smith. So I just don't understand why people say this nonsense when they run their mouths about the game. So, and then again, this is just another sweet dime to Aaliyah Boston. So, Caitlin got she has the ability to pass the ball. She has the ability to pass the ball. That is a gift that we see and we can recognize. And if you don't recognize that, I mean, that's just wild. She ranks right now at number 1 in the WNBA in current 3-point makes. That's wild. And 50. Now I thought this is also crazy. So she likes to get a lot of her shots off the dribble, which I just think is interesting. And we talked about this as well. I do think she is also just as deadly and is getting a lot deadlier on the catch and shoot. So right here it says, and I will get into that in a few seconds. Caitlin Clark has been assisted on 54% of her made jump shots. So that means somebody has passed her the ball and she made it. It's like a catch and shoot situation. That's pretty good. Other elite shooters in the WNBA, 64% Kelsey Plum, 71% Sabrina Ionescu, Kayla McBride, who is a sharpshooter, 94%. But what that means is that Caitlin can get her shot off of the dribble without having to get unassisted. I mean, she can get unassisted shots rather. So, and then I mean, again, and the proof is in the pudding. She ranks number 1. I'm not even gonna show the rest of the list, but she ranks number 1 in pull-up threes, and it's not even close. I mean, some of the other players, Sabrina Ionescu is also on this list as well, but she's up there. I mean, this is as far as June 21st. So, this is, again, everything that Taurasi said, reality was coming. I mean, I guess. I mean, I guess she's gonna have slumps, but I mean, any rookie does. But if that's what she was trying to say, okay, okay. But I mean, honestly, the only reality we've seen is Caitlin's coming to the league, and she's pretty dominant. Now, obviously, she wanted to do more, and she's been wanting to do more, but she's been having her way with the defense the way she's been needed to. She's already had a few 30-point games, or a 30-point game at least. She's had multiple 20-point games. She's already, like I said, she's already broken the franchise leader record for assists for the Indiana Fever. I mean, she was 4 or 5 assists away from the all-time WNBA's assist record. So she's been doing in work. She's been doing in work. I mean, and again, and the one thing you can't deny again is just that shooting distance. So right now it looks like some shots from 30 plus feet. She is almost 40% shooting at 12 or 31 rather, at 39% clip. I want you to take a look at this America Willard. I mean, just a great dime. Boom. Straight cash money. What a play. I mean, did you just see this from the logo? Straight from the logo, man. She needs to have more creative play calling. And I always think about the Golden State Warriors. Now, obviously, Steve Kerr isn't walking through the doors, and that's okay. But there needs to... I saw this in the Seattle game. There were more pin downs. There were more catch and shoots. There were more off-ball screens for her to start working. But that needs to be a current thing. They're not telling her to constantly get running throughout practice when she's not with the ball in her hands. They need to start doing that now. That Steph Curry film room tape should be on in rotation because that is her best comp. She is a player. And if you don't realize that, you are just sleeping under a rock. I'm telling you, it's always a reload and pass. So some of the things that her teammates need to do: 1, get ready to pass. 2, be ready to screen. And 3, look for her when she is open. She's like, my goodness. Like a lot of these plays, it's a pass, boom, reload, screen, rescreen, pull. And it every time, man. Like, so again, reality was coming. I mean, we'll see. Again, Caitlin, I showed y'all the stats. Let me know what y'all think, man. We out.